Can we talk about this neighborhood and why you wanted to meet us here?
Sure. First of all, we're in W.A. Frost, which is on the National Registry of Historic Places. As you can see, just this great-looking bar behind us. The rest of the building is stunning. They have what I think of, and many people think of, as the best outdoor patio dining in all of the Twin Cities. Right across the street from where we are is a coffee shop called Nina's, where August Wilson did a lot of his early work. Beneath that is where Garrison Keillor had his first bookstore. And just down the block is the Commodore, which was a favorite haunt of F. Scott Fitzgerald. So very literary area here.
So it was kind of perfect that we meet you here.
Well, that's why I suggested it.
Well, I should have known. Let's talk about what you did, because in researching, it's like he really didn't start writing till he was 40. This stuff. What'd you do before you were 40?
Lots of things. I got kicked out of Stanford University.
Kicked out?
Kicked out.
Wow.
Radical activities.
Do you want to talk about it or no?
Well, it was Vietnam, and I was among the many who were opposed to the war.
Yeah.
Participated in some things that got me kicked out of Stanford. And then I did sort of the Hemingway version of education. I logged timber for a while. I worked construction for many, many years. When my wife was accepted to the University of Minnesota Law School, we moved here, and I began working at the university and did a number of things for the U before I jumped ship to become a writer full-time.
Yeah. And in that jumping ship, was that a leap of faith? Was that like, this is what I'm going to do now? Let's pray that it all works? Or
no, I had a contract.
You had a contract?
I had a publishing contract for my first 2 novels.
Good.
And my wife said, you know, you've wanted to write, do nothing but write forever. Why don't you do nothing but write now? So I did.
Yeah. And schedule.
It worked.
It did work. And like not that many say that, you know?
Yeah.
Not many can say.
I feel blessed. I feel blessed.
And who is that character?
Well, Cork is a man of mixed heritage. He's part Irish-American and he's part Ojibwe, Anishinaabe, which is the largest tribal affiliation we have in northern Minnesota.
Yeah.
He's a former sheriff and kind of turned private eye, but mostly he owns a burger joint now and gets involved in mysteries.
And the idea of him came from who?
Well, from me.
I mean, is there someone...
Out of this imagination.
Is there someone modeled, or how do you...
No, no. Long before I began to write the first book in the series, more than 25, now almost 30 years ago, I just had in mind a guy that I might want to write about.
Yeah.
And all I really knew about him at that point in time was he was going to be the kind of man who was so resilient that no matter how far life pushed him down, he would always bob back to the surface, and his name would be Cork.
Cork?
Yep.
It's perfect. Isn't it? Is there a schedule that you keep every day writing? 7
days a week. I'm up before 6 o'clock. I write for 2 to 3 hours, and that's when I do all my creative work.
That's so great. We would share a schedule.
You're an early riser?
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
And do you go to bed quite early?
Absolutely. After 9 o'clock, I can't even keep my eyes open.
Last night, so we shot all day yesterday, and we got back at about 6:30. At 8:15, I called my partner, and I'm like, I had to draw the blinds because it's still light, but I'm going to bed. And he's like, yeah, I'm not surprised.
I get that.
So, yeah. But then up at 4:30, 4:45. That's your life as well?
Do you know, I got that from Hemingway, who loved nothing better than rising at first light every day and spending the first 2 hours writing. He thought it was the most creative time of the day. And when I turned to my dream of writing, and my wife was working at the university and I was supporting the family, I would get up before the family. The St. Clair Broiler, an iconic cafe in St. Paul for years and years and years, was where I would go to write because they opened their doors at 6 o'clock every morning. So that's how I established that routine.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. It has worked.
Yeah. And that's 7 days a week? That works?
7 days
There's not a day that you're like, not today?
No, when I go off on book tour, I'm writing every morning on the book tour. On vacation, I write. You know, if if I miss a day, it somehow feels wrong.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the pandemic created a lot of problems for a lot of people, but it was in one of the most creative periods I've ever gone through.
Really?
And for this reason, John, in a typical year, I'll do maybe anywhere from 60 to 90 in-person events across the country.
Yeah.
But during the pandemic, I had to shelter in place, and so I just stayed home and wrote and wrote and wrote.
Yeah.
And it was just magnificent. I'm so sorry the pandemic affected so many people in such a tragic way. But for me, it was just a wonderfully creative period.
Yeah. What are you working on right now?
The next book in the Cork O'Connor series, it will be number 21. God willing, it'll be out in the fall of 2025.
And how far along are you, if in fact it will be out?
I'm almost halfway finished.
Halfway.
Yep.
How does it work? Where do you start, and is there a finish already?
I know how it's going to play out.
You do?
I'm one of those writers who pretty much has to know how the story is going to go before I really sit down to write it. A lot of my colleagues fly by the seat of their pants, but that's not me.
That's not you.
Yeah.
I really thank you for taking your time. It's been a pleasure, and the producer is just so excited. Okay.
Well, I'm just really pleased that somebody from Wisconsin popped over to this side of the St. Croix River to investigate all of the beauty that we have here. Because Wisconsin is a wonderful place.
It sure is. Thanks for talking to me.
Thanks, John.
A pleasure.